Good day, sir. This is our video report, and in this video, me, Kuriel Zay Gabriel, and my groupmates will be discussing about the topic, the family. So I am your first reporter, and I will start the reporting by talking about the society in general. So, as social beings or as social animals, we humans are meant to socialize with other human beings. We cannot survive alone. That's why society exists. Society allows us to achieve progress through working together as a whole. We can achieve personal growth, development, and happiness through the existence of society. And as we grow older, living through the influence of society, it shapes or determine our very own way of life as much as how we influence other people too. So every society is different with their own values, beliefs, and culture. And as a society, everyone that is a part of it or every member of it have specific roles necessary for the growth of the group as a whole. So all aspects of society are very important and should always be maintained. So now let's talk about the kinds of society, which are number one, natural and positive. So if the society is derived from natural law, which is from the essential needs of man as a man, then that society is called natural society. So an example of this is family and political state, since it is necessary for us to be a member of one to live our life smoothly. On the other hand, a society is called a positive society if it is derived from the human positive laws. So examples are political parties, business organizations, and professional groups. Next is number two, necessary and unnecessary. So from the name itself, a society is necessary if from the needs of a man as a man. Humans cannot live or do anything without it, like a family or a state. It is then called unnecessary if a man has the option to be a part of it or not. Now, let's proceed na nga to the basic but the most fundamental unit of society, which is the family. So, nabanggit nga kanina, ang family ay bahagi ng isang natural society at ito rin ay necessary. So, it is made up of a father, a mother, and their children as well as the relatives. So, a family springs from the conjugal love between two people and is sustained by the efforts to gain their objectives. So ano nga ba yung objectives ng isang family? Ang sabi is to promote the physical and spiritual welfare ng bawat miyembro na bumubuo dito. The most fundamental unit of society, sa family nanggagaling yung strength and direction ng isang society since the family bear the primary responsibilities for instilling values of citizenship as well as belonging in the society itself of the children. So the family is responsible for the propagation and permanence of the human species. Now let's talk about ano nga ba yung ideal family. So, an ideal family is characterized by genuine love. So, it means that we do not need to conform into any societal standard set upon us to be called an ideal family. So, a family doesn't need complete members in order for it to be happy. Or it doesn't necessarily ought to have a mother or a father for it to be called ideal. As long as there is a bond and relationship bound by nothing but love, all the members of the family would be inspired to be devoted, kind, patient, and forgiving to each other. So that's it for my part. My groupmates will continue the discussion regarding our topic, the family. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I am Geraldine Gaspar and today the next topic that I am going to discuss is the education of the child. The education of the child is the primary responsibility of the parents. The parents are tasked with the duty of educating the child, and also the society or the state has a complementary duty to assist the family in the education of the child. Sending a child to school is the duty of the parents, and it is their primary responsibility in taking care of the child, not just about helping him physically, but also being able to find a place in a community where he can be more fruitful and expressive. Parental authority. Parental authority is natural and essential for the governance of the family. The family code provides that the father and the mother shall jointly exercise parental authority over the persons of their common children. Parental authority shall include the caring for and the rearing for civic consciousness and efficiency, and the development of their moral, mental, and physical character and well-being. It is natural because it flows from the responsibility of propagating and educating the offspring. Without the parental authority, it will be hard for the parents to take over their family and control and discipline the people inside their home. Emancipation of the child. Emancipation is a state of independence from parental authority, the time where a child learns to stand on his own and should be free to make his own decisions for himself. Emancipation is also attained when, number 1, a minor enters marriage. When a child enters a marriage, that also means that he already knows to stand on his own. Parents should not interfere to all of the decisions if their child is already married, because he already knows how to decide for himself. Number 2, parents and minor at least 18 years old enter into an agreement for such purpose and properly executed through public instrument with a civil registration. When a child enters the right age, he or she has now the responsibility to his own actions and may face consequences.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Divine Katigtig, and now I will tackle duties of children and children exploitation. Naway sana ay may maintindihan kayo. Noong bata ka pa, ano ba yung mga dapat mong gawin bilang anak kapag ikaw ay nasa inyong tahanan na hanggang ngayon na ginagawa mo pa rin? Ano ba yung mga tungkulin mo bilang isang anak? Noong bata ka pa, ano ba yung mga dapat mong gawin bilang anak kapag ikaw ay nasa inyong tahanan na hanggang ngayon na ginagawa mo pa rin? Ano ba yung mga tungkulin mo bilang anak? Narito ang mga ilan sa mga tungkulin mo na naituro na sa iyo noong bata ka pa na kailangan mo ma-apply hanggang sa tumanda ka na. First, children must love, revere, and obey their parents. Dapat mahalin, igalang at sundin ng mga bata ang kanilang mga magulang dahil nagpapakita ito ng pagrespeto at pagmamahal sa iyong mga magulang. Ito ay itinuro sa atin ng ating Panginoon. Number 2, they must obey all the lawful commands of the parents. Dapat nilang sundin ang lahat ng legal na utos ng mga magulang. Number 3, they must submit to the parents' authority and decisions. Dapat silang magpasakop sa otoridad at desisyon na ginagawa ng mga magulang. Dahil dito, sinasabi na habang bata pa lang, dapat nakikita na sa bata na kailangan mas makapangyarihan ng kanyang magulang kaysa sa kanya. Kung saan lalakas siyang takot sa kanyang magulang. Number 4, they must honor their parents at all times. Must not speak ill or evil of them. Dapat huwag silang maging bastos sa kanilang magulang at irespeto nila ang kanilang magulang. Number 5, they must not harm their parents physically and morally. Hindi nila dapat saktan ng kanilang mga magulang, physical man at moral. Number 6, they must consult and seek the advice of their parents in their activities. Dapat silang sumangguni at humingi ng payo sa kanilang mga magulang, sa kanilang mga gagawing aksyon at mga desisyon. Lastly, they must help and support their in times of need and such as sickness and weakness of old age. Dapat nating tulungan, suportahan ang ating mga magulang sa oras na kanilang pangangailangan tulad ng pagkakasakit, kahinaan at katandaan. Children exploitation or child exploitation. Child exploitation is when someone uses a child for financial gain, sexual gratification, labor, or personal advantage. Para mas lumalim ang kaalaman nyo tungkol sa sa sexual exploitation, ating panoorin ang video ito.
I met him online and we met up 2 weeks later. I wasn't that happy at home, and when I told him about it, he actually listened. He said he was 18, I was only 12, so I felt really grown up, drinking, taking drugs. Turned out he was 26. He introduced me to other men. He said if I had sex with them, he'd give me money, drugs and alcohol, even clothes and a phone. He sent me all over the country to meet them. Over a year or so, it got worse, more violent. And I ended up in a psychiatric hospital. They put me in touch with Bernardo's, and I felt safe. But I was really angry about what he'd done to me. Bernardo's helped me come to terms with it, and see it wasn't really my fault. Now I'm studying social care and nursing, so I can help other people who are going through what I went through. If it hadn't been for Bernardo's, I don't know where I'd be now. They probably saved my life.
As you can see in the video, story siya ni Greg na kung saan nakaranas siya ng exploitation. Nakaranas siya ng karahasan at the very young age. Ginamit siya ng taong nakilala niya online para sa sarili nitong kagustuhan. Natuto siyang uminom at gumamit ng droga at makipag-sex. Dahil sa impluwensya ng taong stranger na ito na nakilala niya nga online. Dahil bata pa si Greg, ayun yung nakikita niyang tamang gawin that time. Dahil nakikita niya rin siguro na nasasatisfy yung katawan niya sa mga gawaing ito. Na kung saan, mapapansin natin na si Greg ay kulang sa paggabay ng magulang. Kasi kung nagagabayan siya ng kanyang magulang, hindi siya mapapariwara, lalo na minor de edad pa lamang siya. Ang istorya ni Greg ay nagpapakita na biktima siya ng sexual abuse na kung saan papasok sa children exploitation. Sa children exploitation, tandaan lang natin itong tatlong ito. First occurs when an individual or group takes advantage of an imbalance in power to coerce, manipulate, or deceive a child into taking part in criminal activity. Second, in exchange for something the victim needs or wants, or the financial advantage or increased status. Lastly, often leads to physical and emotional harm to the child. Yan ang child exploitation. At yun lang po sa aking part. Naway may natutunan kayo. Maraming salamat.